Hey everybody. Welcome. I hate to break up this rousing conversation, but we want to get on with our program. So welcome everybody to the 2023 STARS reception. This is the first time we've been back since the pandemic in person, and it is awesome to see your faces. It's really lovely. There are a lot of really familiar faces in this crowd that we have seen year after year, and we are so appreciative of your ongoing support. My name is Brenna Bauckham, and I am the founder of Collective Wealth Planning and very, very honored to be the president of the Chemeketa Community College Foundation Board. And I've served on this board for, I think this year is a decade, and in various roles and capacities, and I continue to be inspired by the work of the college, the foundation staff, the commitment of our students, many of you are in the room, and the hearts of our donors who are also in the room with us today. Education, and I think you all may agree with me on this, is a conduit to opportunity. And without it, our opportunities in life generally are limited for a fulfilling and meaningful life. So education, we all are on the same page about its importance. And it was certainly drilled into me in my growing up years. My grandfather was a principal, my mom and my aunt, and both of my grandmothers were teachers. So education has been at the heart of my personal and professional successes for many, many years. And I never take for granted that that started at a community college for me. And working full-time through college, starting at a community college, made every single dollar go a lot farther. And I now, as a certified financial professional, I am always looking at the numbers and interested in a return on investment. And I can't think of one that is better than a community college. So there are rarely times that I feel shorted by not having the dorm experience. And no one cares where I got my BA, or unless they're a Duck fan, go Ducks. Or where I got my other credentials, advanced credentials. So what did make a difference long-term in my life is having fewer student loans. So that is keeping me on the good side of compounding interest and not the bad side. Chemeketa students are getting a world-class experience, which you're going to hear more about in just a little bit. And thank you to the foundation and the staff and the board and the support of all of our donors. We are able to give about $500,000 every year in scholarships to students. So it's pretty amazing. I can tell you at every board meeting we look at those numbers, our eyes, even though we know, our eyes still pop out a bit. It's amazing. So together we are really making a difference. We're making college possible, and we're changing lives. And today this event is an excellent way to get a glimpse into what that looks like in real life. The first thing I want to do is thank the sponsors who made this event possible. So our gold sponsors for today's event are Cascade Steel Rolling Mills, Oregon State Credit Union, Willamette Valley Medical Center. Our silver sponsors are First Interstate Bank, Mega Foods Salem, and Rich Duncan Construction. And our bronze sponsor is AC & Co. Please help me give a hand to them. It is now my great pleasure to introduce someone who is one of the foundation's most enthusiastic cheerleaders. Every year, we get her to try something that's way outside of her comfort zone to boost the community's interest for our end-of-year fundraising campaigns. She has completed the grueling firefighter obstacle course in Brooks. She has sang the very difficult solo of Chemeketa's alma mater with Chemeketa Choir backing her up. And most recently, she served as a guinea pig for Chemeketa's first-year nursing students to practice their newly honed skills. And all of those challenges were captured on video, which I'm sure you're excited about, Jessica. I can't wait to see what is in store for the end of this year. So please help me in welcoming Chemeketa's president, Jessica Howard.
Thanks so much, Brenna. And I, too, am really eager to see what the challenge will be this year. I hope it doesn't involve reptiles. That's all I can say. It's so wonderful to see you all here. So many friends and such a warm celebration of community and of a wonderful, positive, collective future, which is what it means to support students who are basically pursuing their dreams through community college. I'd like to start by welcoming some important people who are on our Board of Education, and they are Ken Hector, and Neva Hutchinson. I'd also like to introduce our foundation board members who are present. Our wonderful MC for this afternoon and foundation board president, Brenna Bockham. Secretary Maria Schmidkoffer. Treasurer Kate Van Ummerson. Past President Betty O'Brien, as well as directors Tiffany Lawrence, Patty Herzog, Miriam Vargas Corona, and Stephen Broncho. I so appreciate our ability to get together today. It's been a few years since we were able to do this last time. Normally, this is an annual event during which we celebrate community together. The last time we held this event face-to-face was 2019, so it has been a bit of a hiatus, and so I'm so glad that we're here together. Our biggest concern over this past 3 years really has been the well-being of our students. Their challenges pre-pandemic only grew with the many dimensions of instability that were brought on by the public health crisis. The wonderful news, of course, was that our donors continued giving with open hearts. So today is really about donors meeting students, students meeting donors, and not basically connecting in a way that is a bit more meaningful and personal than just words in an email or in a newsletter. So I really hope that we can have the kind of connecting opportunity that's so meaningful. So I'd like to just close by thanking our donors. Without you, many students wouldn't be able to pursue their dreams. So I want to thank you for making Chemeketa students a part of your caring community. I also want to thank the students for finding the strength and resilience to continue along the path that will get you to a credential that will make such a difference in your lives. And I want to thank everyone present for making Chemeketa a place where students can succeed and where our collective future is bright and full of promise. So thanks to all of you. And with that, I'd like to introduce our Gold Star presenting sponsor, Contron of Cascade Steel Rolling Mills.
All right. Oh. All right, afternoon, everyone. Can you hear me? Okay, great. Well, hello. So my name is Con Tran. For those of you I have not met, I am the Oregon Government and Public Affairs Manager for Schnitzer Steel, a industry-leading publicly traded company born and raised in Oregon and headquartered in Portland. I know it's a beautiful, beautiful sunny afternoon, so I promise to keep my speech to 2 hours, and that'll be good. But honestly, thank you. I'm very, very proud to be here on behalf of Cascade. And at this point, you're wondering, why is someone, obviously a corporate guy from Portland, talking to me about Chemeketa College? It is because Schnitzer Steel owns and operates Cascade Steel Mill. It is the only steel mill left in Oregon, the only full-functioning steel mill. And it is located in beautiful McMinnville, Oregon. If you have not been, I suggest you visit. And the answer to your question as to why this corporate guy is talking to you is because the answer to every corporate question, it's money. We are very proud to sponsor today's event and as well as our scholarship for Chemeketa. And we're very grateful to Chemeketa's programming and their ability to educate our youth and our workforce in a very practical way, and just frankly, everything they do for the community. I mentioned our McMinnville location, and we all know there's a Chemeketa satellite campus out there, but we also have a facility in Eugene, which, if all of you know, is probably about 35, 40 minutes away from here with no traffic. So being located in Salem, it is really the epicenter of both our facilities and a lot of other manufacturers, industrial corporations out here. So their location is vital. Their programming, particularly for us, their agricultural, skilled trades and industrial technology program is very important, as you can imagine, because we are always looking for skilled tradesmen and women, and workers in general. And I think we all know that there's some workforce challenges across the nation, not just in Oregon. And it is vital that higher ed, workforce development programs, and industry be very connected and involved with each other, because one cannot support each other. One cannot succeed without the other. So we are very proud to support Chemeketa, very proud to continue supporting Chemeketa, and very grateful for the work they do in our community, both as a private employer and as just a general resident of Oregon. So that being said, I think it's a little under 2 hours, right? So I'd like to introduce our first student speaker, Jesse Johnson, the recipient of the Chemeketa Foundation Student Scholarship. Thank you.
Hey everybody, how y'all doing today? Right on, it's good to be here. I'm just gonna tell you a little bit about me. The first thing I want you to know is if you knew how absolutely terrified of public speaking I am, you know how grateful I was for my scholarship, and I'm happy to be here to thank all my donors. 5 years ago, I was working construction when I got in a bad car accident, was paralyzed from the chest down, and told by my surgeon it was not a possibility I'd walk again. And with all the love and support of my family and more physical therapy than you could ever imagine, I'm where I am today. And I found the building inspection technology at Chemeketa, and it has been such a blessing to me. And just thank you all your donors. My scholarship went very far for me as far as living expenses, tuition, books, and it's really helping me get to where I want to be again, and I'm very grateful. So thank you all very much.
Next up, we have a couple of students who wanted to share their thoughts but couldn't join us, so they submitted some videos for us to watch. So let's go ahead and see those.
Good afternoon. Buenas tardes. My name is Julissa Chavez. I'm a student that is enrolled in the Human Services program. I want to start by saying I'm so sorry I could not be there today. I would love to have seen all of your faces. I am a parent and having to take care of a sick child. I think a lot of parents who are in college can relate to that. But once again, I'm sorry I could not be there. I'm grateful that I can send this recording and speak to the opportunity of the impact of earning the George Budos Memorial Scholarship and the Montez Bailey Memorial Scholarship, and how this has had an impact on my academic future. I started classes at Chemeketa in 2017, but dropped out after 3 terms because I needed to focus on my mental health. I had just had my daughter, and I was devastated that I had to readjust my plans. I enrolled in the Human Services program in 2021 because I found that my passion was to help others, as I had just experienced a difficult time in my life. At 19 years old, I was worried about how I was going to pay for college and how I was going to organize childcare for my 6-month-old baby. It felt like college was only meant to be a dream and not a reality for me. I am grateful for the privilege to attend college and to qualify for scholarships that will guarantee to assist with my ability to stay in classes. When I received a letter that I had received the George Budos Memorial Scholarship and the Montez Bailey, I felt honored and emotional because I knew that I would have further assistance with paying for the cost of college. It has not been easy navigating life as a student and who is a parent, to say the least. At one point in time, I was working part-time, fulfilling 23 hours at a practicum site, on top of training for the Center for Hope and Safety. And then I'm also a student and a parent. I experienced a car accident this last term, which resulted in me sharing my partner's car among our schedules as parents and in college and working. The scholarship has helped me during a time when I wasn't sure how transportation would look for me. I was able to fix my car after the accident, therefore, my schedule is more open to fulfill any work or practicum hours needed for my graduation requirements. There is a great sense of relief knowing that there are scholarships specific to Chemeketa students that assist in furthering education. I'm super excited about what the future holds. I plan to dual enroll at Portland State University and Chemeketa starting this fall term. I hope to be approved into their Bachelor's of Social Work program. Crossing my fingers, I hope to start this fall. I eventually want to earn my licensed clinical social work degree. It's my dream to give back to the Woodburn community that I was raised in. There's a great need for Spanish speaking services there and LGBTQ plus resources. I'm looking forward to see how I can help our community um, when I am as I'm furthering my education. I'm just so excited to see what that looks like. I just want to give a thanks to the donors for the George Butos Memorial Scholarship and the Montes Bailey. I absolutely appreciate the time and effort that is put into the development of the education for the community. Thank you so much for your time, and I hope everyone has a lovely time at the STARS reception. Thank you.
Dear Calvary Baptist Church, I would like to take a moment to express my deepest gratitude for the scholarship that you have awarded me. As a first-generation student, it has been challenging for me to navigate the complexities of college. However, with your generous support, I have been able to continue my education and pursue my dreams. Being a religious student, I find that your generosity has not only provided financial assistance, but has given me a sense of community. The scholarship has made a significant difference in my life, and it has allowed me to focus on my academic goals without the added stress of financial burdens. Your support has given me a beacon of hope. Once again, thank you for your generosity, your support, the cards, and the chocolates. I am honored to be a recipient of your scholarship and will continue to work hard.
Her using that word community sticks out to me today as I get this great bird's eye view of everybody together for the same purpose. So, up next is a student who received a very special scholarship that is newly established this year in memory of a beloved McMinnville fire chief who passed away. This scholarship was established to support students in Yamhill Valley who are pursuing a career in fire protection or nursing programs. Please welcome Rhonda Harding, the Jerry Smith Memorial Scholarship recipient.
Hello, everybody. I just want to start out by thanking all the donors that are here in attendance today. We could not do a lot of what we're doing now with our education without you, and your support means so much to us. So about 20 years ago, I was working on my bachelor's degree. I was going to school out of state, and I got really, really sick. Like I thought I was gonna die. I was really, really sick in just a matter of a couple of weeks. And I was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes. If any of you know anything about diabetes or type 1, you know how difficult it is to live with and manage. So as a college student living away from home, I was really scared. I didn't quite know where to turn to for care or support. And luckily, in the town where I was going to school, there was a diabetes management program or clinic at the hospital. So I got an appointment there, and I met a wonderful nurse. Her name was Maya. She became my diabetes educator and helped me through that transition in learning to manage this new disease and manage all the implications that it had in my life. So with her help, I was able to finish my education at that time. I got a degree in community health education, And throughout my program at that time, my goal was always to do clinical education of some sort. I didn't know what. But after I met my nurse educator, who was an angel for me, I knew I wanted to do exactly what she was doing. I wanted to help and support and advocate for people living with type 1 diabetes and help them to learn how to manage their disease and how they could live a normal, fulfilling, active lifestyle while doing that. So I finished my education, and then, of course, life happened. And to become a certified diabetes educator, you have to have a professional patient care license. So an RN, registered dietitian, MD, which I did not have at that point. So then life happened. I got married, and over the course of several years, put my husband through school to get his education. Had 3 wonderful children, one of which was diagnosed with type 1 when he was 7. So we've had a lot of experience dealing with this disease in our household. So my education and my career path kind of took a back burner and wasn't as big of a priority anymore. Over the course of the last few years, I kind of had an idea that I would always go back to school and become a nurse. I just didn't know when that would happen for me. My youngest finally started kindergarten this year. So I was like, why not? If not now, when am I going to do it? And I knew that there would be challenges. But I was blessed to be accepted to Shemeketa's nursing program. I see many of my fellow nursing students here today. And everything so far has kind of fallen into place. Let's see. I was really worried. I'd always worked full time, so the extra burden that the financial stress would put on my family and myself, I wasn't sure quite how we were going to manage that. But receiving this scholarship has made such a difference in that regard and has allowed me to focus more on school instead of stressing about finances at home. And let's see. So the Jerry Smith Memorial Scholarship, I feel so honored to be a recipient of that. Jerry Smith was a wonderful member of our community who donated so much of his time to service and serving those in the community as the fire chief. And I just hope to be able to honor that legacy that he left of service and caring for others in that way. Thank you.
But you're already feeling good that you came. A big thank you to our students for their shares today. As I was walking around the room earlier, I got to visit a little bit with Wendy and hear about the influence, the good influence that she is being for her son as they do homework together at the kitchen table. And I heard over and over again, I heard things like, I couldn't have done this without you. Students speaking to their donors directly. And this is a special event for that. There's no other event like this that brings together very directly the donors who are making it possible and the students who are being so directly impacted. So if you have been to this event before, you'll know that what we're about to do is open up the opportunity for all of you to do what the brave students who just came up here and shared did. So if you are a student, if you are a scholarship recipient, tell us, what did the scholarship mean to you? What difference did it make? This is that very rare opportunity to get to speak to the people who made that possible. And if you are a donor, we would love to hear about why you donate, what it is that inspires you, and any encouraging words you may have for our students. And Sean and I are going to be running around with a mic. Sean's right there with one. And it's easy to participate. All you do is go like this. And then we come over with a microphone and you share your thoughts with us. So I would love to open the floor to that sharing right now.
Hello, my name is Sanair Iqbal, and I've been going to Chemeketa since 2019. I just want to say thank you to the donors from the Clint Foundation and Gretchen Schutte Strength and Diversity scholarships for being able to help me out afford college. It hasn't been easy, especially with COVID, trying to learn online and then coming back to in-person classes now, and especially living in Independence with the gas prices. So the money has really helped me be able to travel back and forth from Salem to Independence so I can get this education. Once again, I want to thank you guys for believing in me, even though you've never met me. You don't know what kind of person I am, but I want to say I'm going to use that money to do better for the community and for myself. So I want to say thank you guys.
Hello, everybody hear me okay? My name is Ivan Dixon. I would like to thank the amount of donors that came and donated for everybody, including myself. I do apologize. I haven't been a Chemeketa student since 2016. At a young age of 19, I got locked up in the Department of Corrections, and I got out 3 years ago. So I started in there and got a general associate's degree, got out, got transferred to Chemeketa to do drafting. I moved up to Burlington, Washington by the Canadian border. I forgot this young man's name right here, but everything was fine and dandy online, but then they opened up. That's a long drive. So luckily I grew up in Portland. I have family all up and down I-5, but gas prices are steep. And usually when I was on probation in Washington, which I'm glad I'm off now, I could only stay in Vancouver. So that was a drive all the time. So the donors definitely helped in that. They just help with the finance. I mean, it's good to know that somebody unknown to you supports you and has faith in you. Like, it kind of gives you a little extra motivation. So I'm definitely thankful for that. As one of the people attest to, sometimes life comes at you. Sadly, I'm not going to get the drafting degree in June, which I thought I was. I suffered a pretty serious family loss in midterm last term. So even though I got an extension, the mine wasn't there. But I am getting my degree. I have went to the mock interviews. I've been a 3-year student in a drafting program. That's more than enough experience. Half my classmates are working, so I'm on LinkedIn. I'm getting hit with plenty of stuff. I'm just working with Kip to hone in my resume because I definitely have more than a 1-year experience. So again, thank you guys. I apologize so much for being late. Traffic from Portland to Salem, I've never really encountered late in day. It's usually the other way, and then Google and Waze would not pick up Salem Convention Center. So I had to try to call anybody I could in Salem who knew where the address was so they could text it to me because I could not get here. But thank you guys so much. I definitely appreciate it.
My name is Lisa Lundy, and I have been incredibly blessed because of the donors. I got both a Chemeketa scholarship and an LGBTQ scholarship. What it means for me is I'm a single parent with 4 in the house and no support. So, sorry, hoping not to cry. When I got notice that I got a scholarship, it made me want to be better at what I was doing. So instead of being an A and B student, I've been on the president's list the whole time because I'm determined not to let my sponsors down. And it's showing my children that if mom can do it at almost 50 years old, they can do it too. So you really have a huge impact on absolutely everybody. I admire you. I am so proud of you. I'm proud of your grit. I inspire you, buddy, or you inspire me. Anyway, I knew what I meant. I just said it wrong because I'm emotional. Anyway, they're watching. It's not just what you're doing for us, but it's for the next generation. Even if I don't have the extra, my children, because they want to give back because somebody gave us back, my children off and on, we will go and we will get food and make sandwiches and make stuff for the homeless camps and take them down to the homeless camps, and my children will feed 150 to 200 people. Why? Because my children are thankful for everything that we've gotten, and they want somebody else to feel that same passion. So, thank you.
Hi, my name is Wendy. I am originally from Burkina Faso, West Africa. I was born and raised there, met my husband in 1998, got married and moved here in 2001. I thought I was going to be a mental health counselor, so I started in 2012 taking classes at Shemeketa for that. 2017, we took a mission trip to the Philippines, and I had a heart change, so I decided I'll come back and be a nurse. We met someone who needed help, and I didn't know how to help except give them Tylenol and pray that they would get better. So here I am. I've applied for several scholarships, and I was never qualified for one. When I got the letter that I was accepted, I must have read it 10 times because I thought this can't be for real. But here I am. So I want to say thank you. Like many of us said, this to us means that we are seen. Someone believes in us. We can do it. We're not alone. And where I come from, there is a saying that Nediatu team. It means that one person is another person's medicine. And that's what you're doing. With your help, many of us can go on and not stress about finances, which we will stretch that money in ways that you probably can't think of. So thank you. And again, we say, Barak, Barak, Baraka. Ihinyake wenarule. And it means just thank you. May God increase your riches, and what you have given out, may He replenish that. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Amalia. I just wanted to say thank you. I'm a recipient of the Latino Clyde Scholarship. I'm first generation returning student. I always knew I wanted to come back to school to finish my studies. I just didn't know if it was gonna happen. And like they said, just having somebody, a stranger, give to your dreams just pushes you, just gives you that little extra push that you need. And so thank you.
I'm gonna make this quick because I gotta go back to work. My name's Jay Spazinski. I work for the Department of Corrections. One of the things that I've had to learn over the last 20 years I spent in the military before I got a job with the state was that I was always trying to help fix the world's problems. And I think a lot of the problems we have are within the community. Miss Lundy said it, she goes down and helps feed the homeless. And part of that's humanization, normalization, something we're learning at the prisons. Part of that's, why I donate. I started a scholarship almost 10 years ago for my brother when he passed away from heroin. The scholarship that I do helps people out that are trying to become drug and alcohol counselors, because we figured if we can find a way to make sure one family doesn't have to go through what we had to go through, that's going to help fix our communities. We can't fix the world until we fix our communities. Part of that's through education. And that's really what all I have to say. I appreciate you. Thank you.
I just want to first thank the Oregon Garden Club for sponsoring me. It was very nice, and I put good use to that money for rent, of course, because it's so high right now. And that left me able to study, get A's, and stay on top of my classes. So thank you, and thank every donor here for helping us out. We're all going through something, and this means a lot to us. Thank you.
Hi, everybody. My name is Jesus Escobar. It's honestly my first time ever speaking to a crowd this big. I want to thank my sponsors. It's the Oregon State Credit Union Scholarship is what I received. It's really been helping me stay focused, stay on track, try to do better. And like a lot of people here, what I've been hearing is like we want to help our community. I was born here in Salem, and I've seen a lot of things change throughout my life, and I see that the youth is troubled, and what I want to do is try to help them go down a more positive direction and not go down that negative way. So with your guys' help, it's been helping me realize that's one of my biggest goals, and I appreciate you guys, and thank you everybody here today.
Hello, my name is Cami, and I'm a nursing student, Cami Stice, and I'm a nursing student here at Chemeketa. I'll be graduating in just about a month, so I'm super excited about that. So my story starts out pretty young. I came from a single parent household. My mom worked super hard to provide for me and my brother. And she always instilled hard work in me. And with that, I started college actually when I was 16 in high school. I went to a program called Early College, and I got all my nursing prereqs. I was ready to go to nursing school. Then I didn't get in, but I kept trying. And when I did get in, I've gotten scholarships every single year since 2020. I need to stop crying. And I actually ended up getting pregnant when I was in college in my first year. And I had my daughter. I took some time, and I came back, and I'm gonna finish now. So, but with these scholarships, that took a lot of stress and worry, and gave me a lot of peace of mind that I wouldn't have to worry about what I was going to do with my daughter or if I would have to drop out or not. So thank you everybody for donating, and hopefully one day I will be in your guys' shoes donating and contributing to caring for our youth and those who do not have the means to be able to get there on their own. And thank you for allowing me to be able to care for patients, because everything that I do and everything that I do to help patients is also through you guys. So thank you.
Good afternoon. I'm Gustavo Gomez. And like a lot of other students here, I'm a first generation Latino and Hispanic student. A little background about me is that around maybe 1 or 2 years ago, my dad was in an accident and he was left unable to work. And so he was like the breadwinner for our family. And then like a week after, my mom got laid off. So it was like, whoa, I'm the only one in my house that's working. And it was really stressful because I was going to school too. During finals week, my storyline's all over the place. So after my dad's accident, he's had to go to the emergency room in the hospital and gotten admitted like countless times. And I've stayed with him overnight a lot of times, twice during finals week. It was really like stressful, but I stayed beside him there and I got my assignments done. And those hospital beds, like, they still hurt my back to this day. But I pulled through, I got it done. And I just want us to say like a big thank you to the Trumbo and Low Family Scholarship. Because like the money you guys gave me helped me a lot during that time, especially when none of my parents were working. So yeah, thank you.
My name is Keisha McIntosh, and in 2016, I became a student and an employee of Chemeketa Community College. And 2 years later, I graduated in 2018 with my associate's degree. And I did it all the while working for Chemeketa and being the single mother of 3 children. So for that reason, I donate to the childhood or the child care scholarship, and I'm very, very, very proud to give back in that way. I just want to say I believe in Chemeketa deeply, both as an educational institute and also as an employer. They've been a huge part of my life and my children's lives, and I'm very grateful to be able to give back. And so thank you all for sharing.
Hi, everyone. My name is Megan Baldwin. I am in my second year at Chemeketa, and I have a scholarship for childcare. And I just really wanted to thank you. Growing up in elementary school, I had a very difficult experience. My parents were hostile towards each other, and I had a very difficult childhood. I wanted to start college when I was 18, but unfortunately, I was homeless. And so between just starting up on my own, and then after getting married, having 5 miscarriages and having medical bills, it's just been an extremely difficult journey financially. Like I said, I had a very difficult childhood, and I didn't enjoy school, but I did have one teacher, and I kid you not, she was my PE teacher. Her name is Miss Miracle, and I'm wearing her whistle today. And so that caused me to keep going. And I just wanted to say to all of the donors here, you are the miracle. And you might not hear the feedback. You might not know how impactful you are, but I wouldn't be here today without you, and I just am so grateful. Thank you.
Hello. Hi, my name is Alex Rodriguez. I'm in my second year at Chemeketa, and I will be transferring to OSU, so go Beavs. I don't have anything prepared for this. I wasn't quite sure what I wanted to say, but I will say there have been times in my life where I've been in a job or a situation where I felt I was going to be stuck there for the rest of my life. And I'm sure everybody has felt like that at one point in their lives where you've just thought, I wish I wasn't here right now. I wish I was somewhere else. I wish I was in a different position. Wish I had different circumstances. You just wish for something completely different, but that's just not how it's going to happen. But I will say thank you to all the donors here tonight who have helped me, helped everybody else, because even in those situations where circumstances aren't going to change, you just have to deal with what you have. You guys have made a difference and changed somebody's circumstances, whether it be mine or any of the other people here tonight. And I think that's really special. And anybody who has donated or anybody who has received should feel very special and should be very appreciative and just realize that you guys have all made a difference either in somebody else's life tonight or possibly in the future, because everything has a butterfly effect. So I think everybody should feel very good tonight. And I just want to say thank you, and I appreciate all that you guys have done.
I was kind of nervous before I stand up because I just listening all the stories, and I say, well, all of the donors have impact on their lives, and not just on their lives. Also, when we hear all the stories, we say, oh, if he can do it, I can do it. And so you really help a lot, because we, like me, and I want to especially thank to Bobby, the Clyla Thanks Scholarship, because listening what she was saying about support because the first generation, the parents, they really have like children, and it really makes a difference because many times the Latinos, they see us as a bad community. They don't see us with like a good eyes. But I know that the way that the old people, they're gonna look us in a different eyes, we need to make a difference. So, and it's really good when someone really trusts on you. So that's pushes us to do something more than we can. I was listening to one of the ladies that was just saying, maybe sometimes you feel like you can't because there's so many homeworks and you need to work and children and everything. But I was hearing what Bobby was saying, and I say, oh, that's true, because sometimes we say, oh, one of the sponsors, they already believe in us, so we need to go through and like keeping out, and I'm really thankful like for all the donors and also for all the stories that you are sharing. Thank you.
My name is Hannah. I am a recipient of the Baltimore Career and Technical Scholarship. I am currently going to be 20. So I started at Chemeketa like fresh out of college, being homeschooled, went into college during the pandemic, so that was interesting. But like coming into college, I wasn't sure how I was going to pay for it. My dad had been working at Chemeketa as faculty when I was like 12 or 13. He started having kidney issues due to diabetes and complications with that. So he ended up going on dialysis and then eventually had to go on disability. So my family did not have the money to help me through college. I did not have the money. I had been working at different volunteer positions trying to help kids and things like that. But these scholarships, I've received one last year as well, but the scholarships have really helped me. Like if I didn't have the scholarships, I wouldn't be in college. I watched my parents deal with debt pretty much their whole marriage, and I knew like I can't do student loans. I wasn't sure how to do it, but this scholarship helped so much. So thank you so much for doing this.
Hello. Oh, sorry. My name is Genevieve Dannenhauer, and I'm the recipient of the Gregory Wineland Memorial Scholarship. This scholarship really means so much to me. I grew up without my mother, so it's really touching to me that my donor was able to create this scholarship for her son. I was only 16 when the pandemic hit, so I struggled a lot with direction and what I wanted to do as my career. And before receiving the scholarship, I considered changing my major. I'm an art student, so after one full year at Chemeketa, I thought that maybe I should pursue something more practical, but this scholarship really helped me to realize that what I want to pursue is exactly what I should pursue. And if anything, it was just great motivation for me to stick to what I loved and what was important to me. So I really want to say thank you to my donor and to all of the other donors that have made this possible for so many of us. I'm still very young, so I'm very grateful that I was given the opportunity to pursue the career that I would like to do for the rest of my life. So thank you. Thank you.
My name is Joe Heiberger. I would like to specifically thank Eileen and Stuart Hirsch for their scholarship for the nursing program. I graduated high school in 2009. My first Chemeketa class was fall of 2009. I think that makes me the earliest Chemeketa class in the room so far. Oh, okay, okay. After the first term, I didn't really know what I wanted to do, and I didn't see a reason to be taking classes if I didn't have a direction. So I joined the military. Did the National Guard for 9 years, worked at Costco during that time as well. Kind of started going back to school. As soon as I got back from training, I would take a class here, take a class there, try to just get my first 2 years done out of the way. Deployed in 2013, 2014, and was a medic working in the hospital overseas for 3 months in the ER, and kind of realized that nursing was a path that I wanted to go. And so coming home, I started taking my anatomy and physiology courses, and I got through all of that. Took a year, because as everyone in nursing class knows, you have to take them in sequence. And so those single classes took a year, and I managed to pay for those on my own. And then I finished my microbiology in March of 2020. And so then things got a little crazy after that. Literally 2 days after my final, I think everything was shut down. So I got lucky in that sense. Found out next month that my wife was pregnant. And so I started working full time and applied for the nursing program my first year in 2020 and wasn't able to get in for the next fiscal year, 2021 fall start. But then the next year, they started taking military experience into consideration, and so I was able to get in. And 10 days after I found out that I got into the nursing program, my wife told me she wanted a divorce. And so didn't really apply for any aid or anything, but then once classes got started and we had speakers come in and tell us that there were things available, it was something that I'd always kind of wanted to do on my own, but I was able to apply for a scholarship, and that's really allowed me to spend a lot more time with my daughter. So, thank you.
Hello, I am Cynthia Robinson. I'm a donor for the Casey's Hope and the Child Care Scholarships. I donate because I was sitting in your seat not that long ago. I was a community college student. I went back to school in my late 20s. I failed out of 3 universities 4 different times. I didn't think I was ever going to finish school. Just due to health and mental health issues, I had a real hard time keeping focus and feeling like anything I wanted to do mattered. And it was really when I finally had one good year at a community college that I finally qualified for a scholarship that didn't look at my GPA, and it didn't look at my failures. It looked at what I was trying to become. And so my hope and my wish and my prayer for all of you is don't give up. One class at a time, one assignment at a time, 1 week at a time. You can do it. Everybody says that community colleges are more affordable, and that's true. But when you can't graduate because you can't take chemistry because it's a $400 textbook, and that $400 textbook is one class or feeding your children for the next 2 months, you make hard decisions that other students don't have to do. So I hope in the little way that I can give, I wish I was a millionaire and that I could give more. But collectively, I hope that those of us in the little bit that we are able to give here and there is enough to pay one bill for you, to buy one book for you. One case of top ramen goes a long way, y'all. And so good luck to each and every one of you. Don't give up. Know that you are loved, that you are believed in, and that so many of us at Shemeketa and in the community believe in you and have every hope that you will achieve your dreams. Good luck.
Hi, my name is Mendy Everett, and I'm the recipient of the Paul and Carol Munka Award. And I wanted to thank Paul so much for donating, and thank you also that I was the recipient this past year. I've always valued education, and we have 5 children, and we took them to Brazil, and I educated them and sent them back to the States one by one to attend college. And we have kids that have their bachelor's and their master's degree, and so we're really thankful for that, and I knew that there would be a time that it would be my turn. And so when my youngest was graduating, I entered college. This is my 11th term, and I graduate next month with my associate of Applied Science and Anesthesia Technology. And then, Lord willing, I'm going to get my bachelor's. And so I'm 56, and if I can do it, old people can do it, okay? Just keep on going.
Hello. So I haven't really collected my thoughts, and I'm sorry if my voice is a little shaky. I just wanted to say thank you for the Carmela Scholarship and to all the donors here. I don't really think you'll know how much of an impact you'll make. I'll try to keep it short. So when I first received the notification that I got the scholarship, I was in a computer science class, which I was not doing so good. And that notification was all I needed, was enough push for me to continue doing good in school. So thank you to everyone who is here donating, and congratulations to all the recipients as well for doing your best. And thank you for believing in us too.
Hi, everyone. My name is Yesenia Espaillat, and I'm the recipient of the Clyde Latinx Scholarship and the Community Talent Scholarship. Thank you to everyone for all of your uplifting stories, and thank you to all of the donors who believe in the students here. Just need a minute to gather my thoughts. Getting a little emotional, but many times throughout my journey in college, I've thought, can I really do this? I'm 34 years old. I'm a mom to 3 kids. All my 3 kids are autistic, so our household is very busy with lots of appointments and therapies that the kids need. And I would turn to my husband and say, am I crazy, like doing this with 3 special needs kids and, trying to do my practicum and go to school and do everything, running a household and everything that comes with, my family and school. And those times when I felt like there was doubt, like maybe I should just stop. And I would think about 2 things. I would think about my mom, who was not able to go to college. Neither was my father. They were able to make it as far as middle school and high school. So I'm a first-generation student. And I think about the generous donors that contributed to my scholarships. And I remember those were people who believed in me. They didn't even know me, but they somehow saw something in me and saw a need in the community. My donor, Bobby, is wonderful. She did say that she wanted to fill the need for Latino students specifically. And it's wonderful to have someone who just believes in us so deeply. So just thank you to all the donors and all the students. And because of donors like Bobby, I'm able to graduate from Chemeketa next month. And I did it with a 3.95 GPA. Thank you. It was the generosity of the donors that really helped push me through. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Cassie Steele. I'm a nursing student in Chemeketa. I received the Betsy Belshaw Nursing Scholarship. Helps pay for childcare. In my family, I have 3 children. My oldest is 21. She's also in college, so we are paying 2 college tuitions. And since I'm in the nursing program, and my schedule is whatever they say it is, my youngest is 5, and she is now in full-time preschool. So we are paying tuition times 3. It is a lot, and we are a single income household. So this scholarship is helping all of us in my family, and I just wanted to say thank you very much to the donors at my table, to every table, and to all those who couldn't be here. We appreciate you so very much. Thank you.
Isn't this event just a big love fest? I love it. It's so great. I think all of us are going to be leaving this room with our cups filled. And I want to give a final thank you to all of the sponsors in the rooms, the donors, the students, the foundation staff, the convention center staff for having us, our tech support. Round of applause for all of the folks who made this possible. And it's a beautiful day, and I want to encourage you to go out into the world and share a student story that you heard today that touched you with the people that you love. So Chemeketa continues to be a hidden gem in our community in so many ways, so sharing some of the positive stories that you've heard here can help to spread the word. On your way out, please leave your name tag. We will reuse these. You can leave them on your table or on the checkout on the way out. And there is a little cutie pie sitting in the middle of the room who really wanted the microphone earlier. So I'm going to ask her to say, have a good day, everybody. Thanks for coming. Here's your chance, girl.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. Enjoy your weekend.